Hi everyone. I'm Chris from the Sentinel project, and what I'd like to do is talk to you about something that we're working on in Kenya right now. So, is my microphone working? All right. So, as we all know, information is really important. Whether it's mundane tasks in our day-to-day lives, or world-changing international relations, without good information, people can't make good decisions. And this is something that we've recognized, and we also recognize that just as information can be powerful, questions are also powerful, because it's not just the quality of the information that we have that matters, but how we think about it. And so what we're doing in Kenya is using a question at the heart of a program to change people's behaviors and the way that they deal with dangerous misinformation that's been contributing to conflict. That question is Guna Hakika, which is Swahili for "Are you sure?" So the area of Kenya that we're working in is called the Tana Delta. It's a harsh environment in southeastern Kenya. It has a small population spread over a very large piece of land, ranging from the lush Indian Ocean coast up into the arid northern areas. And the Tana River that gives the area its name really is the lifeblood of the place. It often causes flooding, however, and then alternatively, there are periods of drought, which make life very difficult for the people trying to survive there. Additionally, on top of these hardships, there is an ethnic divide between the pastoralist, semi-nomadic Orma and the landed farmers, the landed farming communities of the Pokomo. And as you might imagine, oftentimes they come into competition and conflict over the most basic of resources, land and water. And so that's why in the months leading up to the 2013 election in Kenya, some politicians and other local actors had taken advantage of these grievances and actually sparked violence that killed 170 people in a series of massacres and displaced many thousands more. So we saw that this violence was reported in the international media, but in very basic terms. So we wondered, how can we learn more about what happened and why it happened? And so a couple of us booked flights to Kenya, rented a car, and drove out to Tana, and started asking those very questions, how and why, during a series of barazas, which are community meetings. And we came away actually with not so much answers as many more questions, more than I have time to list here today. But one thing that stood out for us was the very significant role of misinformation in the area, rumors, dangerous, frightening rumors that people were hearing. Some extreme cases are 3,000 AK-47s being supplied to the Orma to destroy the Pokomo. Others that we heard were that Pokomo health workers had been attempting to inject poison instead of vaccine into Orma children. These are things that we could say fairly confidently were probably not true. However, what mattered, and what still matters, is not the objective truth, the facts of these matters, but what people there actually are willing to believe. And in an environment where such violence had taken place so recently, and where people were living in fear, these were plausible ideas, and this constant flow of rumors basically continued feeding into the atmosphere of fear, distrust, and hatred in which that interethnic violence could happen. So we came away with this one realization, and also realizing that the Sentinel project would not be able to address all of the difficulties in the area. And we came up with the idea for Guna Hakika, which is a mobile phone-based information service, operating such that subscribers in the area, when they hear a rumor, are able to report it via SMS or voice or one of our trained community ambassadors. And our team then prioritizes it, lets them know when they'll hear back on whether or not that rumor is true. We go into action verifying it, and then supply neutral, accurate, hopefully trusted information back to the community, such that people no longer need to take rumors at face value, but can actually, and then act perhaps hastily on bad information, but can actually have a source of reliable information on a day-to-day basis. And just in closing, the behavioral change that we're trying to have here is not, it goes beyond just providing people with that information service, but actually trying to get them into the habit of asking Guna Hakika, are you sure?